Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to an immediate reaction video following the Cowboys Carolina Panthers game. Cowboys moved to 7-3 with a 33-10 victory over Carolina at Carolina. And we got some takeaways from this game, some interesting information after what a lot of people in our group thought was going to be a rollover. Like, we just thought we were going to wax them. And the score, I don't think, really indicates how close the game was for most of the game anyway. So
yeah,
I'll start with you, Julio. What did you think about what was the most impressive thing you saw today in this Cowboys game?
Man, that's a difficult question for me to answer, just because in my opinion, I think Dallas played the game that they're used to playing, and to me, what was more impressive was to see Carolina able to play smart football against the Dallas Cowboys and hold them to as many points, which I know it does. Again, like you said to begin with, the score doesn't really reflect the entire game of how it was played and how well Carolina did play to begin with. But to hold the Cowboys to 33 points again, I know that I myself said that they would at least get a 40 burger on Carolina, and that it wouldn't even be close. It would be very similar to the, Cowboys playing against the Giants in that aspect, as far as what we did. I think that the one thing that I did like to see was there was more activity from our defense, especially from Micah Parsons. I know last game we didn't really hear his name too much. He was pretty much non-existent, no recorded tackles, no sacks, no pressures, no nothing. And in this game, even though he was sick, I think one of the reporters had said that he would maybe thrown up twice on the sidelines, during some of those breaks. But even though he was under the weather, he was still able to apply the pressure that he needed to apply against the quarterback. He was able to get to the quarterback, had 3 sacks this game, and was just there. He made his presence known this game. So that was one positive that I saw, that I see that he's still hungry. He's still trying to get after it. So that's what I liked from the game today.
So just for clarification, you didn't say they would score at least a 40. You said they were going to put up a 50 piece.
No. I said that.
You said 50 piece?
Yeah.
I said 50 piece.
I said 40.
I said 50.
T said 40.
No, I said 56-3. I think Julio said 40. T said something like 30 something or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't think I gave a score prediction, but I mean, it was pretty damn close.
Yeah.
What about you, Jay? What was your biggest? What was the biggest positive from this game in your eyes?
They didn't quit. I mean, they seeing that they let Carolina go 17 plays down the field.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, that was basically all of third quarter on the field. They didn't let that fluster them. They came out. I think after that drive, they got a pick 6, correct?
The next go around, I believe it was.
Yeah. So they were resilient in that aspect. I was happy to see that. Happy to see Deron Bland play well again. We need a secondary leader, and he's stepped up to be that since Diggs is out.
Yeah.
Offense, Pollard woke up a little bit. I'm happy to see that. And I mean, that's
broke 5 tackles on that score.
Yeah, and I mean, I think that's also a testament to that O-line as well. They opened up that gap for him to run there. And I mean, when you watch the replay, all 3 of us could have ran through that gap, no problem.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Side by side. So it was a good testament to our O-line doing their job. So let's just hope that we can continue to do that. What about you, Joe?
Yeah, absolutely. for me, Deron Bland continues to play well. I was good with that. Micah back to putting his hand in the dirt. Last week he played linebacker off the ball, and this week DQ was like, hey, you know what? We're going to make your presence felt. We're going to put you on the line, move him around different parts of the line. And I think Dan Quinn just continuing to make opportunities for Micah is huge. Tank with a sack as well. Tank continues to play well.
Yep.
The fact that for the most part this game we didn't kill ourselves with penalties. I mean,
Sure.
Carolina, real talk, Carolina had a penalties game like most of the times that we play.
We do. Oh,
Right.
yeah.
Carolina really shot themselves in the foot repeatedly this game. And I was like, man,
I agree with that.
I know what that's like as a Cowboys fan to see your team just make stupid penpenalties and be
It's frustrating.
It is.
It's frustrating to watch.
Very frustrating. Very frustrating.
Especially when they were plays that you were getting the Cowboys off the field.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it's like, nah, let's extend that drive. You hate to see it if you're not a Cowboys fan.
Right.
Yeah, because I think in one of those where Dak got tackled, I want to say it was short of the first down. It should have been like 4th and 5, where he slid, and then that guy hit him, and that extended the play for him because of a personal foul, a stupid personal foul, but it was a foul. So
and then he throws the out route.
Yep.
And the guy gets tackled, and Turpin's got his back turned, and the guy just knocks him down. I was like, "What are you doing?"
Stupid penalties, man.
Just dumb penalties, undisciplined. And you know what was bad was a commentator saying that's why they're 1-8. I was like, "Oh wow!" Like that's a knock for sure. Mike McCarthy continues to call a good offensive game. I really like that. CeeDee was my biggest concern this game because outside of the touchdown, I mean, he looked really disinterested. He looked like
he did.
They took me out of this game. I'm not getting any catches. And he just, even the celebration was kind of weird. Like he just lackadaisical, like threw the ball and punted it. And it was just like
a couple of plays after, it looked like he was kind of moping, kind of like almost like that game Micah had. I can't remember the game it was, but the game where he was moping and pouting.
I want to say that was against Arizona when we said that he was just like another game of those where he was non-existent, didn't really show up. We were like, what the hell happened to Micah? You look over at the camera, pans over to him. It looks like he's hanging lip and all sad and down in the dumps. It's like, what the hell's going on right now?
Right.
So,
I mean, to me, like, there's no. You're a professional, bro. There's no room for that. Like,
but I don't think it's lack of professionalism. I think it's his competitiveness. Like,
that's fine. But I want to
contribute. Right.
Get to the next
contribute. But like I told the wife here, I was like, looking at some of his takeoffs from the line, I was like, he kind of looks like he's half-assing his routes. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Not fully run.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
Like he was like, it's probably not going to come to me anyway. So And I think everybody has those games. I'm not going to take anything away from CeeDee. I'm not going to make that a big deal because he's been on one for the past month, and it just happens sometimes. I think Carolina did make it a point of emphasis, like, we're not giving you CeeDee, figure it out. And Brandon Cooks made catches. Turpin made some catches. Schoonmaker, Ferguson made catches. It was good to see Dowdle a little bit, but I heard that he was hurt, so he was kind of limited. I think T said it was going to be rush hour with like 10 minutes left in the fourth, and it ended up being like 5:47 left in the fourth that they bring in Cooper Rush.
Yeah.
So I mean, we definitely played a good game, not a great game by any means. Yeah. And I think now we're on to the Commanders on Thanksgiving. That should be interesting.
Here's the important part. We're winning games we're supposed to win.
Yeah.
So
Yep. We're
let's
taking
just
care of
keep that
business.
train rolling. Let's
Yeah.
keep that train rolling.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And I know you were talking about in the chat, Julio, like, oh, you know, this is not an NFC East game or whatever, but for me, I'm
Okay,
like,
so
hey,
first, hold up. So hold up. So first, the reason why I responded that way was the whole after the, and again, I give it some context to it, was after the whole like that comment that was, oh yeah, he's sick, whatever, you know, and then it's like, is this game important? Well, shit, if you're gonna look at it that way, well then yeah, I'm gonna say the exact same thing. No, I don't see it as a Cowboys fan. Now I know in the bigger aspect of it, it's an NFC game. It's a conference game for our conference. So yes, I get that it would be important for that. But when we're going back and forth talking shit to each other, then if you're gonna give me a response, say, oh yeah, you know, he's sick, whatever the hell's going on there, then I'm gonna give you the same response. It goes, we're going tit for tat there. So don't take that into too much into depth.
No, but what I'm saying from that is to me personally, until I see Philly lose some games, the NFC East is out of the question. We're
it's wrapped
competing
up.
against San Francisco, against Seattle, against I know Detroit's winning in the North. I don't see anybody from the South coming out of there. 500 is leading their division.
I mean, Philly's what, 8-1?
8-1, right?
So,
Yeah, they're 8-1.
Hopefully 8-2 after tomorrow, but we'll see.
Cross our fingers.
So we're just trying to, you know, earn a wild card spot at this point. So every game is important, especially when you're trying to make up as much ground as we are right now. And
right.
like I said, I was very impressed with the game today. The resolve, like you said, Jay, not to just roll over and be like, well, we're going to play down to this team. It was like, you know what, this team is scrappy and they played hard. They made it tougher than we anticipated, but we didn't just say, okay, we're gonna lay down and play in the mud with these guys.
Right.
We kept our foot down. So any other thoughts, fellas, before we go ahead and call the video here?
No.
All right.
Just everybody remember to leave us some comments, give us some feedback, so that way, again, like we always like to say, if you give us a comment, we'll reply. We always love to reply to each and every one of your comments. Remember to share, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. That's it.
And smash the like button, man. Let's get that YouTube algorithm working in our favor, guys. So
please,
until the next time we see you guys, we'll catch you in the next one. I'll let your boy.
Us.
Peace.
Help us.